The Jimmy Z Show.
And you've got a 21-year-old kid who has decided to go in through a DUI checkpoint with his camera rolling. The camera is sitting in the passenger side and pointed up across his arms and toward the driver's side window. And the kid pulls up and the cop says, "Hey, roll your window down." He doesn't even say it like that. He's much more polite than that. He says, "Please put your window down." Whatever he says. I'm going to play just a short bit of the audio. And the kid had his window down about 2 inches, maybe 2.5 inches. And the kid said, "Oh, this is fine." The cop says, "Please roll your window down." The kid says, "No, this is fine." And the cop says, "I'm sorry?" Something like that. Because he couldn't hear through the window that was still 80% up. The kid's mouth is down 5 or 6 inches below the top of the window. It's like talking to people through the plexiglass at the bank. I can't stand that crap. You've got a little window. You've got a little hole in the window, and there's no sound traveling through there, and I'm always looking at the person with my hands beside my ears like, "Speak up, I can't hear you." So here's this idiot kid with his window down 2.5 inches telling the cop, "No, this is fine." And the cop can't hear him and gets frustrated and says, "Okay, pull over up there on the right, pull over." And the kid says, "Am I being detained?" Causing all this mayhem. Well, it seems obvious to me the reason why he had his camera on the passenger seat and recording this whole thing is because he went in determined and hopeful to cause a confrontation. That was his entire goal. So he could get a video of a cop getting angry and put it up on YouTube and go viral and be a YouTube star. I don't want to be a YouTube schmo anymore. I want to be a YouTube star. And so he got what he wanted. The police brought the police dog over and they rifled through the back of his car. They went through his trunk. All the stuff that the police do when you give them a reason to be suspicious because of your stupid behavior. Just roll the window down. None of this would have happened if he had simply rolled the window down. I've been through DUI checkpoints. I roll the window down. I turn on my interior lights in the car. And I say, "Yes, sir. No, sir. Where are you headed?" "I'm going to El Pollo Loco. I'm going to get some dinner." "Oh, sounds good. You want me to bring you back some?" He laughs. And I go on my merry way. Roll down the freaking window.
Pull down the last officer, please.
Yes, sir.
How you doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Go ahead and roll your window down for me.
This is fine, sir.
Do what?
This is fine.
That's fine.
Yes, sir.
Why is that fine?
Because I can hear you.
How old are you?
Is that a required question to answer?
Yes, sir, it is.
I'm 21.
Stay right there for me.
Yes, sir.
I need you to just pull right over the side, right there, right there.
Am I being detained?
Pull over to the side, right there.
Am I being detained or am
Pull
I free to
over
go?
to the side, right there. Okay, step on out.
Am I, so I'm being detained?
Either pull over the other side, or you can step out right here. Which do you want?
Okay, I'm sorry, but this kid started the entire thing by being confrontational from the get-go, from the very beginning. How old are you? Is that a required question for me to ask? Just answer the question. It's so not a big deal. I'm 21, or in my case, I'm 50-something. Big deal. When I get pulled over, or when I've gone through a DUI checkpoint, I have my driver's license, my proof of insurance, and my registration ready, in hand. What is this? You're trying to make cops look bad? What's the point? And then everyone is carrying on about what a police state this is. And it's not. It's a police officer doing his job. Somebody told me, well, there's thugs out there that pretend to be police officers. Yeah, and they put together DUI checkpoints. Please. Cut the freaking crap.
Please cut the okay?
I got to tell you, this is ridiculous. I got into a lot of conversation in the discussion thread beneath this video last night. It was going on and on and on. Someone told me, well, if you ever take your car in for service, or if you ever let a valet park your car, then, you never know what they're going to put in your car. And then if you don't check everything after you take your car in for service, or a valet parks your car, then you could be in trouble. Because you need to peel back the lining in the trunk, because somebody might have put something in there. Who lives like that? Who thinks like that? Who lives day to day with that kind of stupid paranoia? Now, I could go on and on and on about all of these comments that have just been ridiculous. My first comment received so many negative votes. People click the thumbs down on my comment. It's been hidden. You can't see my comment anymore because people don't like the truth. I wrote, yes, the police have a right to search a car, and I say responsibility to search a car that is being driven by a person who behaves suspiciously. And that's that. And they went thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down until my comment was hidden from view. And on, people. And it's very entertaining. You can read these comments if you want. But I want to read from a short exchange with a guy named Erwin Munkle. That's the name he goes by on YouTube. Erwin writes, why should he have cooperated? Because the police officer asked? Yeah. What if the police... Get a load of this. What if the police officer asked you to pull your pants down or wanted to search your anus? How much someone is willing to cooperate with depends entirely on the person. What if my window was broken and did not roll back up if it went down or something like that? So I wrote, of course you cooperate. As to the anus request, in that case, they'd have to take me in and ask, and I would ask what I was being suspected of. But no, opening your window is not the same as opening your anus. If your window was broken, you tell the officer, and he's probably going to ask you to step outside for a moment. Big deal. Erwin writes, my point is that you cannot expect everyone to draw the same line at the same place that you do. Both examples are a bit hyperbolic, rolling down your window and rolling down your anus. I'm sorry, rolling down your window and an anus. But the police officer should not react to a refusal this way. I think the police officer was completely normal to be outraged that this idiot would not roll down his stupid window. Erwin continues, the police officer is quite clearly breaking the law and violating the rights of the driver. This is not acceptable behavior for an officer of the law, regardless of how you feel about the driver. I don't feel anything about the driver other than roll down your freaking window. Let me make it perfectly clear. Roll down your freaking window. So I responded to Erwin and I said, well, we're talking about rolling down the freaking window. Now, when you find a YouTube video of a guy having to drop his pants on the side of the road and open his sphincter for a cop, we can talk. And he wrote, it doesn't matter. He questioned authority. He questioned the authority of the officer.
I'm a cop, and you will respect my authority.
And had his Fourth Amendment violated. How? By having to roll down his freaking window? It's stupid. Which is the same thing as a cavity search. Again, it's not the same thing as being searched in your anus. Good Lord. Erwin continues, you're seeing it right there. If they can search your car based on the false alert of a drug dog, they can search your sphincter, he means. Oh, wow. That's crazy talk. And I answered one more time. I said, of course it matters. I never would have had this problem because I would have been cooperative and courteous. And I wouldn't have burped in the cop's face. Wow, I tell you. So I got one more comment in response from Irwin just now, and this'll do it. He said, you're willing to roll down your window all the way. He's not. Why he's not does not matter, as it's not a legal requirement. I don't get that. I think it is. I think that when you drive on the public streets, there are certain things that the police can ask. And I don't care if there's been a court, some kind of ruling that says you only have to roll your window down a third of the way or whatever. It's still stupid. Roll down your freaking window. It doesn't matter. If the cop wants to hear you, you're going to have to roll the window down. He cannot hear you through the glass. You can see in the video. It's so stupid. It's so frustrating to see so many people all bent out of shape because, oh, we're living in a police state. Look at this cop. If the kid would have cooperated and rolled down his freaking window, none of this would have happened. Anyway, Irwin says you're willing to roll down your window all the way. He's not. Why he's not doesn't matter. It's not a legal requirement. Each person is going to have their own line in the sand of something they're not going to do if they don't have to. Yours is different than his. What a load of crap. The point is, cooperate with the cop if the cop is asking for reasonable stuff. If the cop says, pull down your pants, I want you to open your anus, that I'm not going to do. No one should do that. Obviously, that would be overstepping his bounds. And I might take a beating for it, I guess, but I'm not going to open my anus on the side of the road for a cop. But I will roll down my window. I will hand over my driver's license and my car registration, my proof of insurance. If he says, hey, we're looking for somebody and you kind of fit the description, can we see inside your trunk? Of course. There's a lot of clutter in there. Let me move some things around so you can see what I've got in my trunk. Big deal. Big deal. Oh, what's this behind the liner on the side of your trunk? No, it's a baggie of cocaine. Amazing. Oh, well, officer, that might have been the valet at the restaurant who put that there. Yeah, right. No, I took my car to Jiffy Lube. One of those guys must have put the cocaine in the side of my trunk. Please, please, don't be so paranoid. Don't be so stupid. We don't live in a police state. All you have to do with the police, as I have proven time and time again with my own life, is be courteous, be respectful, use terms like yes, sir, and no, sir, and everything will go fine.
Dun, 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 dun.
The Jimmy Z Show.